Yo, this is Brandon Moore. You watching Toe to Toe TV, baby.
What's up, savages? This is Coach Chip, and you watching Toe to Toe TV. It only takes one. They say in the heavyweight division, it only takes one. I say in boxing, it only takes one. But in the heavyweight division, that's a known philosophy. It only takes one. Even though he didn't start out in the heavyweight division, I think his first fight was at 191, Tyson Fury. We're talking about Tyson Fury. Over his 17-year tenure in his pro career, he has been a anomaly to me. So anybody that's 6'9" that moves like that with his footwork, hands, and head movement that's not an everyday thing. That just like a unicorn for him to move the way that he does and carry that weight and be nimble as he is. But with all that being said, the king is dead. The Gypsy King, what we know as Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, is that's gone. He has been fighting for 17 years, and in my humble opinion, with his epic wins with Deontay Wilder, he just need to go ahead and ride off in the sunset, because Tyson Fury is starting to show wear and tear. With most athletes who have done incredible things in their career, they get a little delusional. He posted, he was like he watched the last Alexander Usyk in his fight 250 times, and he never laid a glove on him.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
First and foremost, Alexander is coming up for cruiserweight, just like he did. And he is 6'4", I believe, 6'3", 6'4", and he is able, number one, to get to Tyson Fury. I don't think he would even been able to get to Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury, like I say, at 6'9", moving like that with feints, head movement, accuracy, timing, you won't see that. You won't see that. That's like Magic Johnson being a point guard in the Lakers, coming down the court like he's 6 feet tall, looking away, passing. That's how Tyson Fury's game is with boxing. A lot of people take that for granted. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, he didn't win the first Deontay Wilder fight. Man, he boxed the brakes off of Deontay Wilder. He boxed the brakes off of Klitschko. That man he moved like a welterweight for to be 6'9". I hold the pads for a lot of guys, and small, tall, short. For him to move like that and cover that distance with feints is insane. That's insane. But anyways, and I'm saying that to say this. And Usyk is a awesome fighter. We all know that his amateur career is crazy. His pro career is crazy. But I just don't believe the Tyson Fury that was fainting Klitschko out of his boots. I just don't believe Usyk would have been able to get to Tyson Fury the way that he was able to get to him in that, I think it was the 9th or 10th round, that first fight, and he hurt him. He hurt him bad. But, you know, he just has wear and tear on him. He has a lot of rounds in with these, even with a lot of rounds in with those amount of rounds in with Deontay Wilder, getting off of the ground. I think Deontay Wilder dropped him like 4 times within that trilogy. Getting off the ground from arguably one of the hardest punches in heavyweight history. We don't even know where Deontay Wilder generate that type of power like that, because he's not a big dude. He's tall, but he's not a big dude. So, and then to go through 24 rounds with Usyk, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury is not a one-hitter quitter type of guy. He depends on reflexes, timing, his jab, and things like that. And he's used to being a bigger guy, height-wise and everything like that. But when you start that sparring video that he had when he had to call the fight off because of a cut that he received in sparring with the through the headgear.
Good check hook.
Whoa, stop! Who's top?
That's one of the first signs that you coming to an end. You know, Usyk hit him in the nose. I think the first or second round of their first fight, and he just kept touching his nose. Usyk is not a one-hitter quitter. You know what I mean? He's a great boxer, but he's not. That really bothered Tyson Fury. He was really banged up. His face was banged up with Usyk's accuracy and everything like that. It ain't like he's a Du Bois or Anthony Joshua or even with Ngannou knocking him down the way that he did. He is taking a lot of wear and tear, and a lot of fans want to. You know, he got a huge fan base and everything like that. He's got the Gypsy King brand, but you know you got to be like that old Kenny Rogers song. You got to know when to fold him. You know what I mean? You got, Sugar Ray Leonard stayed in too long. Macho Camacho stayed in too long. Evander Holyfield stayed in too long. You got, Oscar De La Hoya stayed in too long. Then you got this Manny Pacquiao come back. These things take a toll. So, Turkey is asking Tyson Fury to come back. I know his fan base is huge, and a lot of people want to see him come back. When he shuts down, the show when he comes and he boxes, he shuts down everything. Everybody is in attendance. And I think they're talking about this fight being at Wimbledon, the third fight. I believe it's going to be in. I know it's 2026, but I think it's in either August, something like that. But I'm just looking at the fights and watching him and his timing and looking at his older fights. He's 37, I think now. So, he is a heavyweight. And those punches that he's catching on the shoulders, he's rolling with and stuff like that, all of those things add up with all of the rounds that he's putting in as a fighter. Tyson Fury is putting in a lot of rounds. So he's got 24 rounds with Usyk. Now it's going to be 36 rounds. You know what I mean? If they take this other fight. So the person that everybody's used to seeing with the Gypsy King and the confidence and stuff like that. I was looking at the punches that he was taking from Usyk. The first fight, and the way his eyes was rolling back in his head in slow motion, that's another telltale sign. You're getting tissue damage in sparring through the headgear. We don't even know who that guy was. He was sparring. They had to call off the fight. Then you getting dropped by a cruiserweight that's not dropping guys like that, not significant weight advantages like that. I think Tyson Fury got like a 40, 50 pound weight advantage over Usyk, and Usyk had him on the back foot for 2 fights. He stood a boy's ground a little better the second fight, but the first fight he was just Usyk had to make the fight, and he dropped him. So this third fight, with Turkey Al-Sheikh trying to make the better fights, it's not the heavyweight landscape is not that diverse and rich right now. So I get that, but Tyson Fury is not the guy that he once was, and he's not the guy to come out of retirement. I mean, Usyk is safe, you know what I mean? But let's just say he beat Usyk, then what? Who's gonna fight next? You got these up and coming heavyweights that's killers right now, young guys. Um, oh, and then he might have the Anthony Joshua, but I just think with Tyson Fury and what he's done with beating the big bad bear, which is Deontay Wilder, that nobody was trying to get in the ring with at the time. Tyson Fury got in the ring with an undefeated, dangerous Deontay Wilder, called him out in the ring. In the ring, came in with Deontay Wilder was having an interview. He came in, nobody wasn't calling Deontay Wilder out like that. He got in there, backed up everything he said, and beat him 3 times. That right there, he just ride off in the sunset. But him being rocked by Usyk like that, a smaller guy, where he has the huge weight advantage like that, and him being had to cancel the fight because of the cut that he received in sparring, the way that he's looking, especially when they do the replay after him receiving these blows and his eyes is rolling back in his head like a slot machine. The King is dead. The Gypsy King is dead. He needs to just, because I'm a Tyson Fury fan. I like the way that he boxes. I'm a purist. I'm a technician. I like the way his technical his skill set is. A lot of people at that size and height, they can't, their feet, head movement and hand movement does not match. It just doesn't. And for him to move around like that at that size and feint and move and set traps is crazy. So that guy's slowly diminishing. So that's my take, man. He's supposed to be coming back. In 2026, he got a Turkey Al Sheikh said he had a commitment from him. So, we'll see how this plays out with Usyk. Usyk is up 2-0. So we'll see if he can come back. But that's my take. This is Coach Chip. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.